anathema, and welcome back to the Church of One Piece. I am your pastor, the One Piece apologist, and today's sermon will cover chapter 82, Okay, Let's Stand Up. And that is also the title of volume 10 as a whole, and you know it's going to be a fire chapter when the whole volume is also named after it, as evidenced by volume 9, which was titled Tears, just like chapter 81, the last chapter in it, but fire one nonetheless, as I'm sure we can all agree. So, last chapter ended on a real exciting cliffhanger of Luffy busting in the door at Arlong Park, and he's just like, Arlong, I'm here for your ass. And so Luffy does not disappoint. He comes in firing on this chapter, he just comes in and just lays Arlong out, sends him flying into the wall, and is basically just like, you made Nami cry. You can't go doing that and not get punched in the face. That's not how this all works, Then a bunch of Arlong's random rabble fishmen try to attack Luffy, and Sanji just steps in and is like, no, let me take care of these guys, and gives him a party table kick course, spins around on his hands, kicking them all with his feet, and just in a circle. So cool. And just sends them all flying away. And of course, Sanji then tells Luffy to save some for them, but Usopp is like, it's okay if you don't want to. It's okay if you don't leave any for us. It's fine. And Zoro's just like, oh, how generous of you, Usopp. It's really nice of you. I don't know. I love the dynamic between all the crew members here. They're such great characters. And, Yosuke and Johnny are holding the villagers at the gates like, no, just let these guys handle it. They're trained professionals. They're about as trained professionals as Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd showing up to that library at the beginning of the first Ghostbusters, though, they're just learning how to do this saving people thing. But they're good at it nonetheless, even so. Even already, they are fairly good at it, though. So, let's see them be badasses a little more. And so apparently Momu, the big sea cow, not a manatee, as would imply by the name sea cow, but no, like an actual cow who swims in the sea. Momu. And he apparently was the monster actually who decimated Goza. I guess flipped all the houses or whatever. And so now the Arlong Pirates call on Momu to fight Luffy and crew now, thinking, we got this secret weapon, ace in the hole, he's not even going to be able to stand up to us, blah, blah, blah. And Momu gets there and he just sees that it's these guys who already beat him, like Luffy and Sanji, and he's just like, oh, no thanks, I don't want none of that smoke. And he just turns around and tries to leave. Of course, Usopp is still scared. He hasn't encountered Momu before. He doesn't know about this. But, that's just Usopp's nature. And I get it. That thing's giant and scary. But Luffy and Sanji, they know they've got this guy handled. So they just kind of intimidate him into turning around and swimming away. But then Arlong intimidates him into turning around and swimming back and attacking Luffy, because he's just like, oh yeah, I guess you could swim away if you're a coward, And yeah, I guess just somehow gets Momu going. So Momu does go to attack Luffy, and this is where it all culminates. This is where Luffy's thoughts and plans all come to fruition. It was a very quick journey, by the way. And so as Momu is charging towards Luffy recalls the cool spinny pinwheel that he saw on Old Man Genzo's hat. Luffy just plants his feet in the ground, making that the middle part of the pinwheel, twists himself, making his whole body the middle part of the pinwheel. He twists himself all up and then grabs Momu by the horns, basically grabbing life by the horns right now, and just goes twisting back around, unwinding the twist he's made in his body, and sweeping Momu all around, hitting all sorts of fishmen, just knocking everybody out. Just a wide area of effect attack that is super effective, He seems to be calling it Gum Gum Windmill here in the Viz translation that I'm reading, but I think that it's definitely supposed to be Gum Gum Pinwheel. I'm thinking this is probably why some people have issues with the early translation of One Piece. Just some things are kind of weird and mistranslated, and this has happened to us before, so we'll just go with Gum Gum Pinwheel, because it's clearly inspired by Old Man Genzo's hat. And of course, Usopp and Sanji are super mad at Luffy because he didn't think before he did this. You know, he just grabbed the giant sea cow and just started spinning him around. And, you know, he almost hit Usopp, Sanji, and Zoro. Like, dude, come on! Like, so they're all mad at him. And he's like, I'm sorry, you know, but he just took out most of their enemies. So, like, oh, man. They're a bunch of silly gooses. Well, it looks like we have Arlong and his top 3 officers left to fight Luffy and his 3 crewmates, Usopp, Zoro, and Sanji. Won't this be interesting? So, you'll have to tune in next time to find out who will fight who. What are these matchups going to be? It's a really fun little head-to-head that they get going on here. So get excited and make sure to tune into the review for the next chapter because we will get to see those matchups then. But until then, this has been the review for chapter 82. Okay, let's stand up. And as always, One Piece be with you.